Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a foundation routine. I've been getting a lot of questions on this. From start to finish, I'm going to tell you how in the mornings I go from fresh face to fresh foundation. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. All you have to do is click the subscribe button next to my name and also like this video. Alright, so to start with, what we need to do is, if you do use a beauty sponge, you want to make sure that you dampen it. And you also want to make sure that it's not soaking wet, because that will just mess everything up. So you want to make sure that you just keep it damp enough so that the wetness in the sponge helps it not absorb the product and also helps apply the product. So I like to kick it old school. Face washing, I guess. I don't wash my face twice a day only because my face is so acne prone. I just do a quick wipe in the morning just to get rid of any debris from my pillowcase or the room and that sort of thing. So I kick it pretty old school. I am rocking the HUGGIES wipes, guys. Super cheap, super effective. I use the one and done refreshing wipes. I just take one wipe. I don't add anything to it. I just have a quick swipe around. Not pressing too hard as well, just because you don't want to really rub this kind of like fabric into your skin too hard, because then you'll end up with like a rug burn type thing, which I've had before, and it is not fun. So now that my face is freshly wiped, I am going to moisturize and boost up my face. So what I mean by boost, I don't know about you guys, I'm sure everyone with their busy work life, school life, all that kind of stuff, and I know me, I stay up pretty late. I always have big puffy eyes in the morning, and sometimes I get really bad dark circles as well. So my two favorite things for that right now are the Clinique Pep Start. This stuff, it's literally, it says 3-second eye fix. That's a bit of a stretch. I usually put a good amount in under my eye area, leave it there for, while I go get my coffee or whatever, and then once I feel that that's definitely soaked into my under eye, I then go into the Benefit It's Potent Eye Cream. This is to help reduce dark circles. These two, as well as actually the Origins Gin Zing cream, acts a lot like Clinique Pep Start. Somehow I feel like my face got used to that too quick or something, I'm not sure, but Clinique Pep Start is really doing it for me right now. So if you're feeling tired, you feel like you got hit by a truck waking up in the morning, or you feel like you need a pot of coffee just to roll out of bed, I am telling you, Clinique Pep Start will not only make your face just look better, it will literally make you feel awake. I know it sounds like a total stretch. I'm telling you, they are not paying me to say this. Literally, I don't even feel like I need a cup of coffee. It just kind of like makes me like, whoa, okay, I'm ready for the day. So I use these two, like pop it open. A little bit goes a long way, guys. So this small little dab of my finger, I'm going to dab it into my skin. Now remember, the skin underneath your eye is very sensitive, as well as obviously your eyelid in that area, so you don't want to be doing a lot of this. Just kind of gentle tapping motions towards the outside. You can kind of lightly massage it in, just not a lot of rubbing. You don't want to. You push this back down, a little product always comes out extra, so I usually put on just a little bit, and then once I pop the cap back down, I put the rest on that part of my eye. Now it says 3 seconds, but again, like I said, I'm going to wait a little bit longer. So while putting on my Clinique Pep Start, I am going to also add the Clinique Moisture Surge lotion onto my face. I like this specifically just because it is more of a gel moisturizer and not like a really thick moisturizer. This doesn't really clog my pores all that much, which I really enjoy, which is why I bought it. So again, a little bit goes a long way. You don't want to really goop on the lotion, because then the rest of your foundation won't sit very nice. So you just want to... Now for those with acne, I know how tempting it could totally be to pop all the whiteheads you see in the morning or whatever. I'm telling you, don't do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. Do not do it. I am one of the many examples of when you do it, you get scars like this, and it takes a long time for them to go away. Alright, so the Clinique Pep Start has definitely soaked into my skin. So the next one is the It's Potent Eye Cream by Benefit. Now again, a little bit goes a long way with all of these kind of products. Take just a little bit out of there and really focus on your dark circle areas. Don't put it everywhere, just right where your dark circles are. This is going to also help brighten up your under eye, because we're getting rid of those dark circles. To also let you know, this stuff stings just a little bit, Nothing to really detract from the product, just letting you guys know so you know, you don't think, oh my gosh, my skin's burning. It just feels a little bit of a tangle. So I'm going to wait another 10 minutes for this. So at this point I would be either brushing my teeth or doing something else like making breakfast, picking out my outfit for the day. Alright, so now that all of my lotions and potions have set, it is time to put on my primer. So I have 2 primers actually, and today I only have them in my travel containers. The actual containers are at home. So I first have my Smashbox primer. It is the green color correcting primer. It generally gets rid of overall kind of reddish tint to your skin tone. It's not really going to cover up the red spots, like I don't know if you guys can see, like basically any blemish red spots. We're going to use a color correcting stick. For the overall primer, it gets rid of general redness in your face. And then where I have gargantuan crater pores, which is in my areas here and my forehead, I'm going to use the Benefit Professional. They're so cute with those names. The Benefit Professional primer. So tip with the Professional is that you actually want to leave it on your finger for a little bit and rub it between them like this, so that it warms it up and actually makes it easier to use on your face. So warming it up actually helps it make your pores look better than if you just used it straight out of the container. A lady at Sephora told me that, and it has worked quite well. So you're just gonna kind of work it into my problem areas, just like this. And yes, as you heard, some people don't believe me, you can use more than one primer. You don't need one primer at one time. Now I'm going to put the color correcting primer on the outsides of my face and work it in. Notice I put Professional here and then the color correcting one above it. And now I'm going to let that sit for a few minutes. I will be right back. So my lotions, potions, and primers are all set. Now it's time to use my color correcting stick to cancel out any redness in my face, mostly with the blemishes on my face. My favorite one right now, which is actually the first one I've ever used, is the Maybelline Cover Stick Correcting Concealer. It comes in this nice, useful stick, and there's a lot in here. It's like $2, so get on it. I like to use this sparingly because if you use too much, it gets like too green and it's hard to use the foundation on top of it. So again, a little bit goes a long way. Believe it or not, I also really like using this for the acne scars on my face. Normally you're supposed to cancel those out with more of a salmon-y color concealer because they usually are darker than red. In like a purple tone. Mine, however, are still kind of a red color, so this works out pretty darn well. Next, what we're going to use is a concealer. Now, I have 3 favorites right now. I like the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I am in shade NW20. I like the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye, and I am in the color Neutral Medium. And finally, the Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light, number 20. Since my under eyes are not that terrible, I'm going to go with the tried and true MAC Pro Longwear. It is still great concealer. Still great concealer coverage. However, the IT Cosmetics is very, very dense type concealer. The Master Conceal is also pretty good. Besides the fact that my under eye circles are not that bad, and because I'm starting to tan out in the sun right now, and this MAC Pro Longwear is the darkest concealer out of all of them while still being brightening enough for my under eyes, I'm going to go ahead and use that. So first what I'm going to do is I like to pump a little bit on my finger or the back of my hand and use my other finger to make a nice triangle underneath my eye. Just like that. See, a nice triangle. I'm going to do it on the other side after I buff this out. Now, because concealer has a tendency to crease very easily, you want to buff it and then set it underneath your eye as quickly as possible. Now I'm going to do the other side and set with powder. Okay, now that I have put concealer on and buffed it out on both sides, I'm going to use the RCMA No Color Powder, and I'm actually going to use that same beauty sponge, dip it on top, get a nice little bit of powder on there, not too much because you don't want to look like clown face. Tap the sponge a little bit, and then work in the powder in the same stippling motion as you put on the concealer. Now it's set, and I will not look like an 80-year-old lady with huge bags under her eyes. The true remedy to under eye bags is not only setting powder, but hydration. I am a person that's always very bad at hydrating all the time. I hydrate with coffee, basically. The more hydrated you are, the more beautiful your under eyes will be because they will be tight and they won't want to baggy up as much, you know? Okay, next is the foundation. So I have been trying out a bunch of new foundations lately, and you will see a video on that very soon. But right now, my top quick favorite for average, basically medium everyday coverage is the new L'Oreal Lumi Cushion Foundation. It does come with a pretty okay applicator. I usually only use this for touch-ups or actually use my fingers. But overall, it definitely feels more luxury than a typical sponge, but I love my beauty sponge. So basically, you just open it up to the Lumi Cushion. I usually give about 2 good dabs on it. I get a good amount of product, and then work it into my face. Do not forget your neck, ladies. And you also don't want to forget to go downwards with your neck like this. I see a lot of people going around and making like a line underneath. Yes, it's into your neck and, you know, below your chin, but you can still see a stark line. Even if your face is a little bit darker with the foundation than your neck, you can still blend it out nicely into your neck and not make it look like a line where your face is one color and your neck is another. As you can see, it's a nice transition from my face to my neck, even though my face is slightly darker than the rest of my body. So I'm also going to touch up on some spots that the correcting stick came off on. So I'm going to recorrect. And you also don't want to forget to blend on the sides of your face as well. Some people forget that and they only do like this oval amount on their sides. An oval kind of shape on their face. So you want to make sure you not only blend out to your ears, blend into your neck, blend over to your ears, especially if you're sunburnt. Because if you have this nice, beautiful foundation face and this nice actual skin tone color and then your ears are beet red, people know. And it just looks weird. Just remember the stippling motion because you don't want to wipe everything away and you want to be careful. Now again, this is pretty medium coverage. I do not see this being full, like shellac kind of coverage. So if you have pretty bad acne, I'd say mine's like mild to moderate acne. It works great for me just for everyday use, but if I'm going to an event, I would like to use a, I guess, stronger foundation than this. But overall, it has a beautiful feel to the skin. It does have great moderate coverage, and it feels very hydrating as well. It is Lumi Cushion, so it is a luminescent type brighter satin finish. It is not matte, which I really like, especially in the summer, and also because I'm using Epiduo, as I might have mentioned on my Snapchat and my Facebook, so it tends to dry out my face more than how my face was originally. So matte foundations look extra dry on me, which I do not enjoy now, so I'm looking for more of the luminescent foundations, and the L'Oreal Lumi Cushion is fantastic. I am soon going to try and get my hands on a shade in the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation as well, because I want to see how awesome that is, because I've seen a lot of people like it. I just have to find my shade. They're always sold out. But right now, I definitely fully recommend the Lumi Cushion. Last but not least, setting powder for your face. Now, I did use the RCMA powder to set my under eyes. However, I like to use the BareMinerals Mineral Veil for the rest of my face because my face has more of a pinker tone to it, and the setting powder adds to that, which I like. So I put a little bit in my cap, and I just have this random powder brush from my Big Brush Groupon pack. So it's a random brush from Allure. I don't really know what this one's called. It doesn't have a number on it. It's just a random brush. So I'm just going to quick tap it on, and just kind of brush it through a little bit. Not too much because you don't want to take the foundation off, obviously. Just kind of dab it around and do light brush strokes in the direction that your hairs grow on your face. This is especially an issue for me, and I know a couple of my friends that They have a lot more peach fuzz than other people. And if you're more oily in your T-zone, I would add just a hint more to those areas, or just focus the powder more on those areas, because that's what's going to really also help with oil control, besides an oil control primer that you can also probably use. And then that's it. This is my basic from zero to foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel below. All you have to do is click the subscribe button next to my name, and also like this video. Thanks so much for watching.